So this is the program. So I've written here a class. I use the same name for the class student, and here I have written void sum. Since the function is going to accept two parameters, so I've written here the parameters as int. I can give any name for the parameter. The variable name can be anything, but it is integer. So it is very important that you declare the name of the, you mention the name of the variable, okay, the parameter, and what data type it is. So if you have two data members that you're passing as parameters, or two parameters you're passing, and both of them are int, so you cannot write int x comma y. This is not, because each of them are different parameters. So for each of them you need to define what is their data type, their individual data type. So that is why you have to mention int x comma int y, because it could be one is integer, one is double. So that is why both the for both the parameters you need to specify the data type. Next, what you can do is you can take a variable called z, and you can say z is equal to x plus y, and then you can display system dot out dot print sum is equal to z, and then you close the class. So this is a very simple task, very simple task. So I hope you will pause and note this down. Let us look at how it is going to execute. So when executing this is your BlueJ interface. This is where your student is going to appear. So as mentioned earlier, you right click on the student class, you choose new student, then you will get an additional dialog box where it will ask you for a name of the class, name of the object that you want to create. So a default will always come as student underscore one or something like that, and then you change this name and you choose OK. So you will get your object name here as student underscore one. You right click on this and you choose sum. The moment you choose sum, you will get another dialog box this time where it will ask you to punch the values for x and y. So you need to specify in two different text boxes that what are the values for x and y that you want to use to find the sum. So if you have given here 5 and you have given here 7, and then you click on OK, so these values will be supplied, these values that you have given here will be supplied to that function sum where you have x and y. So this 5 will come here, this 7 will come here, and then inside z will be calculated as 5 plus 7, which is 12. So the output on your terminal window, on something called the terminal window, you will be able to see sum is equal to 12 or sum space 12. Whatever, if you have given the equal to sign in the quotation, equal to sign will come. If you have not specified, it will not come. So this is another example for the second type of function that you could write. That is a function which accepts argument but it does not return. Next we can look at the third type, and the third type of function is function which does not accept but returns. Does not accept, but so it does not accept parameters, but it returns. So there are requirements sometimes where you may require some function to return or provide a specific value. I'll take an example, a classic example for calculating the area of a circle. Now you know that the formula for calculating the area of a circle is pi r square, but and we also know what is the value for pi. So it is 22/7, or we usually write 3.14. But let's say we do not want to mention or use the value 3.14, but we want that we call a function called pi. We call a function pi, and then pi gives us the value for 3.14. So we can use the value that the pi returns into a standard form. So okay, for the area of the circle. So let's see how we can implement this. So we try to write a program. So the question is design a class to calculate the area of a circle by using two functions. One, to accept radius and calculate the area, and the second one the second function. So design a class to calculate the area of a circle by using two functions. So the first one is what? To accept radius and calculate the area. But the second one will supplies the value of pi. So this will supply. So let's see how we can implement this. So I hope you have noted down the question, or you can pause and note the question. So we have here class. This time I am writing class shape, because we may calculate the area for different functions, different shapes. So we have, as I told you, we will take void area, and what are we accepting now? The radius value. Now we know that we have to calculate the area, so we know that the value of pi will always be double. So that is why the area after calculation is expected to be double, which is automatically. So double A you can take, and you can say A is equal to call the pi function. We have not written yet the pi function. So function is always called in this way: pi function multiplied by radius. So this is exactly how you are going to do it, and also display system.out.print A. So this will display what is the area of the circle. Now remember, I told you that one more step 2 was that specifies or supplies the value of pi. So a function which supplies means it will have a return. Like area accepts but it does not return. But we have a function called double and pi. So this function does not accept. This function does not accept, but it returns. What does it return? It returns the value 3.14. That's all that its job is all about, and that's the end. So I'm trying to make provide the examples, explain the examples with very simple cases, and this will help you to understand. So if you look at it very carefully, I have demonstrated in this class there are examples of two different type of functions. The first one, area, which accepts an argument but does not return. That means the first type. The second type, the first one is doesn't accept, doesn't return. Second type, it accepts but does not return. And this is the third type of function which does not accept, however the function returns. So that is why, how can I also implement this function? So this is also a scenario where we have declared two functions, and how one function like area can call another user defined function from inside. So inside the area function, inside the boundary of the area function, this is a classic example where area function is also user defined, and inside this user defined area function you are calling the pi function, which is also another user defined function. So it is very much possible, you can do that. Now you may be thinking that why did I write here pi only? Where is the value? No, pi does not require any value. Instead, pi will return a value. So whatever value it returns, when practically it is going to execute, whatever value pi is going to return it's going to replace this pi function with the value of 3.14, and that 3.14 is going to multiply with the value of radius that you supply. So then eventually, once the right hand side of your statement has executed, because this looks like an arithmetic expression, so once this formula executes, then whatever is the result will be assigned to A, and that is the value that you are going to print. So that's the job. That's how this function works, or that's how the user defined functions work. So let us look at how it is going to execute, how we are going to execute. So here you go. Here you have the BlueJ screen, and this is where you have the class, and this time the name of the class is shape. As I told you, right click and choose new shape, and it will pop up with another dialog box where it will give a name from before, which may appear as shape_1. If you are okay with it, you click OK. If you are not okay with it, then what you have to type here is circle. So this is more specific, like we are mentioning what exactly will be the name of the object. So once you give the name of the object, circle, and you click OK, so you will get one reddish color rectangular box at the bottom of your BlueJ screen, which shows the name circle. After that, you right click on circle and you choose, there will be two names which will be coming out there. There will be two names which will be coming. So moment you right click on the object circle, there will be two things which will be prompted here. Number one is the area function which will be prompted there, and also the pi. So you are not supposed to choose the pi, because pi is a function which is required by the area function, and you need to click the area function because you need to supply the value of radius. So you choose area. So area function is going to pop up a dialog box where it will ask you supply the value of radius. So you give the radius. So suppose it is 5 centimeters. So you just type 5. You don't need to type cm there because it is an integer value. So only 5, a whole number, and then immediately you click OK. So moment you click OK, what is going to happen is, if you remember the function, the layout of the function was void area and int radius. So this 5 is going to be supplied to radius, and internally that function will be called first. So a is equal to pi function will be called first. So when pi function is called, then pi function will return 3.14 over here, and with that value of pi 3.14, it will multiply with 5 two times, and whatever the result that will go to A, that will be displayed on your terminal window. So this is about the type of functions that now we'll make another video for the last two types of functions.